TLDR at the bottom. I will preface this by saying that this story is long, and I was not the mastermind to all the revenge that follows, but I did play a crucial role and feel as though I need to explain my reasons for doing so. I grew up in a single-parent family, my mom, me, and my older sister, who, for this story's sake, I will call Lilith. Lilith is 4 years older than me, so the main reason I believe she was the way she was because she grew up an only child, with both our parents spoiling her and giving her everything she wanted. Then I came along, and she wasn't the baby anymore. Then when I was 2, my parents divorced, my dad moved away, and my mom was left alone with us. My sister was, and still is, a grade A bitch. When I was growing up, she used to bully me relentlessly. She would call me names, break my stuff, blame my parents' divorce on me, and even physically abuse me until I got old enough to hit back. At school, she used to get all her friends to bully me as well, and because a bunch of older kids were always cornering me, calling me fat and ugly, I never had any friends. No one wanted to be anywhere near me because of her, and she always made a point of letting me know just how much better than me she was. When I was younger, I believed she was better. She was prettier, wore better clothes, had a ton of friends, and was into girly stuff like makeup and fashion while I was still in my teddy bear Barbie stage. You could just tell me that this is all stupid kid stuff, but it only got worse as we got older. By the time she was 16, I was just turning 12, and the bullying had never ceased. Because of the type of person I was, I thought that if I did everything she said, she might actually like me. But this only encouraged her to take advantage of me. Things like cleaning her side of our room, getting her drinks, making her food, doing any housework Mom asked her to do, and even giving her my pocket money were completely normal. But despite doing everything she said, she was always nasty, and not just to me. One of the worst memories I have of my sister is her screaming at my mom because she couldn't get the prom dress she wanted. I watched my mom try to explain that she didn't have the money to afford the dress she asked for, and that she'd have to get a cheaper one. Lilith blew up on my mom, telling her they would have the money if Dad was still here, and it was all her fault that he left, and she shouldn't suffer because Mom was too lazy to get a real job. This really struck a chord with me because even when I was younger, I always noticed how tired my mom always was. She worked 2 jobs just to get us by, and for Lilith to act that way and say things like that really got to me. She made my mom cry that night, and I've never forgiven her for it. Sometime later, and my mom was dating this guy. We shall call him Matt. Matt was, and still is, great. He was really nice to all of us, bought us presents, made a point to get to know us, even took both me and Lilith on separate days out so we could both spend some alone time with him, which always made me feel special. I was 13 when they got married, and we moved in with him. Matt made quite a lot of money, so both Lilith and I now had separate bedrooms, and I could not have been happier. Enter Matt's son, our mastermind. We shall refer to him as Megamind. I had met Megamind a few times before my mom got married to his dad, but never really got to know him. He was older than me but younger than Lilith, so when we moved into his house, I was terrified that Mega would be like Lilith. However, I was completely wrong. Mega was, and still is, the best brother. He never made me feel like I was unwanted. He let me play on his consoles, got me into reading, helped me with my homework, even encouraged me to make friends, knowing how my sister's treatment of me affected my trust in people. Mega was the sibling I always wanted and never got to have, and Lilith just kind of faded into the background for a while. Then, some years later, Mega brought a friend home from university. His name shall be Nick. Nick and Mega were best friends. They did practically everything together and had the truest bromance of any 2 men I've ever met. But there was evil lurking, evil that wished to break the bromance forever. The first time Lilith saw Nick, I swear there were stars in her eyes, and she had to capture this innocent soul into her trap by any means necessary. And poor Nick, poor Nick. Despite both me and Mega telling him repeatedly what kind of person she was, Lilith entranced this innocent boy with her looks and her charms, and they soon started dating. Soon, whenever Nick would come over to the house to hang out with Mega, Lilith would show up and drag him away, making it all about her.